Hi everybody, welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Kev, just giving you a quick roundup of all the latest Villa news with a Bodymoor Bulletin. Thanks so much to all our new recent subscribers. We're rapidly approaching 1,400 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing progression for us in still only about 7-8 months since we started the channel. So thanks for everyone that's supported us so far. For those that haven't seen the latest updates, you can become a Villa Park podcast follower for just £1.99 a month. And show your support for the channel. So just click the join button and be part of the now growing number of people that are joining us. And all of the content that we do, there's obviously the great talking tactics shows that we do with Gareth, which goes into real detail around analysis around what Villa are doing under Unai Emery, as well as all the other shows that we try and bring you. It really helps us fund all of that. So yeah. So look, without any further ado, let's dive into the show today. Now, I wanted to start off. There's been some interesting comments lately made by a certain ex-Manchester United player. You may have seen this, Mr. Rio Ferdinand, who's come out and said on his he presents the Five podcast, and he said about Aston Villa, we stopped their 10-game unbeaten run. Unai Emery was producing miracles, and who steps up to stop him? Bruno. Sit back down, Unai, have a reality check, and know your place. So, throwing a bit of shade there, Mr. Unai Emery, our messiah. Just a bit of good-natured fun. I mean, obviously, it's probably slightly tongue-in-cheek, but I don't know about you. I find it a bit disrespectful, really. The great Man United, this team that have won everything in recent years, or admittedly not in recent years, but still been relatively successful. We would have been 3 points behind them if we'd have won that game at Old Trafford. And let's not forget, we beat them last season away at Old Trafford 1-0. We beat them at home this season 3-1. So we've more than matched them in recent times, and we would have been just 3 points behind them if we'd got a victory at Old Trafford in what was a very close game. We were lucky to not get a draw. So I think this whole, for me, it's more the tone of like little old Aston Villa, know your place. We're mighty Manchester United, and that motivates me, and hopefully it motivates the players and the manager. And I'm sure some of the characters we've got in that squad, John McGinn, Tyrone Mings as well, will be hearing those comments, and it'll hopefully be motivating them for the rest of the season. So. Let us know what you think in terms of what Rio's comments were. If you're not already subscribing to us, as I said before, please give us a subscribe. Please like this video, and we love your comments as well. So, what do you think about what Mr. Ferdinand had to say? And on the subject of United, I just wanted to, on behalf of myself, the rest of the Villa Park podcast, and just the wider Villa Park community, just say well done to Manchester United and present them with a trophy. And this trophy is a real show of the really fantastic work that they've done in finally stopping Aston Villa from scoring after 21 Premier League games. So this is some achievement, and I just wanted to say well done to everyone at Man United for finally stopping us scoring. I hope you're really proud of yourselves. Moving on swiftly, I may add, Mr. Ollie Watkins. So, been a bit quiet lately. We just had a baby, so we've got to be mindful of that. But obviously, the second half of the season for him has been absolutely tremendous. 14 goals, 6 assists, most of them in the second half of the season. And he's been linked to a move to Bayern Munich. What do you think about that? Would that be a good deal for Villa? What would they need to spend to prize him away from us? Let's not forget those stats that have been going around after Kane and Salah and soon Haaland. Not many players have scored as many goals as he has in the last 3 seasons in the Premier League. But only Kane and Salah have got 10 plus goals in the last 3 seasons. So there are some other strikers doing well this season. Rashford's doing well. Ivan Toney's doing well. Callum Wilson's doing well. Obviously, scored a few goals lately. I think he's got one more than Ollie. But for most to happen in the second half of the season, I think you'd be hard pushed to find someone who could be as effective as he's been lately. But what do you think? Would you cash in on Ollie and bring someone else in? Let us know your thoughts. One man we have been linked with is Mr. Tammy Abraham. Obviously, he was a big part of our promotion season from the Championship when we came up via the playoffs. Scored 26 goals in total that season. It's gone on to Roma in recent times and obviously done pretty well there, particularly last season. I think he's played as much this season, has had as much of an impact, but he's been strongly linked to Aston Villa. What would you think about that? Would you take him alongside Ollie? As a potent front two? Would you take him as a replacement? Do you think he's good enough? And there's been a bit of talk about Tammy Abraham about whether he could do it in the Premier League at the level we need. So, yeah, I'd be really interested to know what all of you guys think. That's basically it. So like I said before, if you're not already subscribed to the show, if you're not already liking the videos, it really helps more people find us. So please, if you could, please give the video a like, give us a subscribe, share it with everyone that you know. And obviously, if you're happy with what you hear, suggest any more things that we could do for shows and pods, because we're all ears in terms of what more content we can bring you. We'll be back for a preview of that massive game, and it is, for me, I'm saying this every week now, it's the biggest game of the season for us, this game against Wolves. It's going to really say whether we are going to have a chance of finishing in Europe. The Champions League dream, as much as it pains me to say, is now over. So can we finish in these European positions? As always, everybody, thanks so much for your support. Like and subscribe.